Hello everybody, welcome to the Future Fossil Future Producers launch in collaboration with the Milton Keynes College Level 3 Art and Design Exhibition launch. My name is Michelle Lockwood, I work for MK College in the School of Arts and Media. I've got here with me Kate Bashford, our Head of Arts and Media, Carl Kirkpatrick, course team leader for Art and Design, and two of our students, Jamie Denvers and Seher Kerala. We have got Ursula White and Maureen Grillo from Future Fossil and Hannah Olarawaju for the Future Producers Ambassador. Okay, the launch will last about 45 minutes and will include a presentation from the Future Fossil engagement producers and contributions from students at MK College. We've also got Elizabeth Howard here with us from Make. Elizabeth, would you like to say hello?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone. How's it going? Shall I say about Make now, or yeah? Okay. So Make is the MK Cultural Education Partnership, and we work towards enabling children and young people's creativity in whatever way we can. We have a few different projects happening around the town at the moment, and we have some funding from the Arts Council to work on a project called the Big Make, which hopefully you'll hear more about over the coming months. But we're really excited to be involved in Future Fossil because we believe that it's a project that really aligns with our values in terms of enabling young people to do really great things through creativity. And that's not just being creative, but it's also learning transferable skills which you can use in other workplaces, and also just in other areas of your life as you learn empathy and listening skills and develop your emotional skills. So if you want to get in contact with Make, we're on Instagram and we're also on Facebook. It's Make, M-A-K-E, MK Cultural Education Partnership. So please do get in touch. Thanks.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Throughout this, if you have any questions, please submit your questions via the Q&A function at the bottom of your screens. Before I pass on to the Future Fossil team, I'd like to hand to our Head of Arts and Media at MK College, Kate Bashford.
Hi everybody, I just wanted to come along to say what a fantastic opportunity this is for our students, and we're actually hoping that a lot of the students put their applications through for the Future Fossil initiative. We at the college we always emphasise how important it is for the students to engage with industry and employers and practitioners, and how valuable that experience is for the students. It really helps them to develop their skills, not just their specialist skills, but those transferable skills that were just being mentioned. It builds their knowledge, it builds their confidence, and helps them create contacts in the community, which are going to be invaluable to them as they move forward as the professional practitioners they all will be. It's a real experience that will add to their CV, to their personal statements when they're going to university, and it will make them really stand out. So we really welcome the opportunity to be involved, and we're over the moon that our students will be able to contribute. Thank you.
Hi, so I think that's over to me. So I'm, hello, welcome to the official launch of Future Producers 2021 competition. Future Producers is part of Future Fossil, and Future Fossil is commissioned by Milton Keynes Council in partnership. And this event, this launch and this initiative is in partnership with Milton Keynes College and Make. You might be joining us as a student, you might be part of a group, You may be a teacher or a lecturer, and we ask you to help us spread the word about this, to give as many people as an opportunity to apply for this competition, to put an entry in. So my name's Ursula White. I've grown up in Milton Keynes and I'm still growing up now. I haven't stopped and don't intend to. I'm an events and engagement producer, and obviously I didn't imagine that I would be that when I was younger, but this is what I've become, or I'm still becoming, perhaps. I work on a variety of projects in Milton Keynes and outside of Milton Keynes, including for festivals, and also particularly working as an engagement producer, so helping communities and groups connect with art events around the city and outside. For this project, for Future Fossil, I'm working alongside Miriam Grillo, who joins me to present this opportunity to you. Future Producers is a brand new competition for Milton Keynes, set up to inspire young people to create events, to become the next generation of cultural producers for Milton Keynes. The competition is part of a major new public artwork called Future Fossil. The winning Future Producers winning event will take place there. Future Fossil is the concept of Andy Merritt and Paul Smith from artist collective Something and Son. Something and Son make artworks that can be used by communities and groups that surround them. So not just artworks where people come to visit, they're places where people can make things happen. Future Fossil features a life-size section of a typical Oxley Park house rising out of the ground as if newly excavated from the future. The house has been fossilised through the passage of time, exposed to climatic and environmental change. The fossilised house is embedded into the landscape and mimics the building and landscaping materials used in Oxley Park. The ideas for the artwork are inspired by archaeology, time, and particularly the idea of deep time, looking far into the future, our relationship to the natural world, home, and future ways of living. The exterior of Future Fossil and the surrounding area of ground will be self-seeded and planted with selected plants indigenous to the local area. So I'm just going to show you, share my screen with you and go back to the beginning. Oh, stop sharing, sorry everybody. Okay. So I'm just going to hand over to Miriam now, who's going to tell you a bit more about the competition.
Thank you, Ursi. Are you able to share the screen at all?
Oh, sorry. Oh, apologies, everybody.
That's okay. Whilst you're getting that ready, I'll just introduce myself. Hi, everyone. I'm Miriam Grillo, and I started off my career as an artist maker. And I became an engagement producer because I was quite passionate about the idea of being able to not only see artwork that related to someone like myself, but also to engage people like myself in the arts, with a form of activism in a way. And I met up with Ursi a couple of years ago working on a project, and we haven't looked back. We've been a team since then. But to talk about Future Fossil and Future Producers competition in particular, this competition is an opportunity for someone aged between 16 and 25 to realise a creative event at Future Fossil. As Ursi mentioned, the Something and Son who created Future Fossil are very much about community engagement and the opportunity for people to use the spaces that they create. So what we're looking for is for some inspirational ideas for creating arts-based events based on either one activity, which could be music, spoken word, theatre, dance, literature, digital, green ecology, or an installation or exhibition, or a range of events, art forms and activities that could also include food, film, and community participation. Events should be aimed to attract between 100 and 300 people throughout the day and should consider the impact of the proposed activity on the environment. Future Fossil, as it says in its name, is very much about looking at ecology over time. So we really want to encourage people to consider environmental impact. And we also encourage you to look at greener festivals as an example of this potential mini festival that you would create. The competition is also an opportunity to receive training. So you will receive training in your role as a creative producer, and to secure funding up to £3,000 in order to realise your vision. Thank you, Ursi, over to you.
Information, as I'm just going to run through some of the key things. So today's the launch, fantastic. And you basically, from today, you have a month to apply, to work together either as an individual or as a collective. We like to think that you may want to get together with friends, with people in your college or in your sixth form, or outside if you're a graduate, with some friends, or in an existing group that you're part of, and to come up with an application. And it's quite a straightforward application. What we're looking for is a really inspirational idea. And deadline for submissions is the 19th of April at 5 p.m. Shortlisting process will take place between 19th and 27th of April. Shortlisted will be announced on the 27th of April. So there'll be a short list of people who will then go through to a panel of judges who will then look at all of the applications and then choose the final one. And the winner will be announced at the opening of Future Fossil, which will be in the summer. So this will be towards the end of June or July. The exact date is still to be worked out, because we're obviously pandemic is we're still looking at the dates when the best time to open the sculpture will be. And then the idea is that after that announcement, that the winner or winners will then work together with the Future Fossil team and with others around Milton Keynes, and will work through and get together their event and open the event in the autumn of 2021. So quite a quick turnaround. Yeah, so I'm just going to run through some what is a creative programmer or producer. So programmers develop a program vision for the event, bringing together different elements so that the event has a clear offer for the public. A programmer will have a good knowledge of performers and artists. So there may be people that you'd like to get involved. Those could be people locally, or they may be people outside of Milton Keynes who you might want to attract to come and perform at your event. Producers can coordinate a whole event or can work with a team of producers. They can have specialisms in, for example, art, performance, music, or community engagement. Their work can include developing concepts or directing staff and volunteers and working with communities. I should also mention that you might have very good technical or digital skills. You might not see yourself as being creative, and we actually believe that everybody's creative, of course, but you may think, oh, well, I'm technical or I'm science minded. Well, that doesn't exclude you from being part of this, and we're really keen to get people thinking differently about what an event might be. So could you work with scientists, as Something and Son sometimes do, or work with people across different disciplines who you know? That's what's going to make it interesting, and that's what's going to make a great future event, we think. Who can apply? Well, anyone aged between 16 and 25 years old. A submission can be from individual producers, partnerships, or from groups or collectives. All group members need to be over the age of 16 and under the age of 26 at the time of application, and live or have a family connection to Milton Keynes. Future Fossil is working to create a culture of equality in all aspects of its work, and this is an ongoing process for us, you know, as it should be for all cultural organisations. So we're seeking to unlock the creative power of young people and create an environment that supports those who've experienced barriers to participation. So if you feel that you cannot, or you're worried about submitting an application, well, don't worry, just get in touch, talk to us, we will help in any way that we can. We also ask you to talk to your college, your tutors, your sixth formers, and ask them to read your application before you send it in, and just get feedback on it. Okay, over to Maureen.
How do I apply? Well, there is an entry form available on the Future Fossil website, and we just ask you to send in, either as an individual or a group, an A4 side proposal, which includes information about yourself or your group, what your main interests and skills are, what your event idea is, and we want you to produce a one-day chill-out acoustic music event, for example. So just give us a very simple outline of what your event will be before you go into any further detail. We also are interested in why you feel your idea is important and what is going to make that event extra special. We want you to also to persuade us, you know, how will people come to the event? Why will it encourage people to, and how will it encourage people to engage in the arts? So you might want to say whether your event is aimed at a particular group, and then you might want to also describe key activities that will take place during your event. For an example, you might have a dance performance, an exhibition, and then a market space. Now, you might also want to talk about the artists that you're involved in, and that you're interested in working with. So it's really your opportunity to create, you know, an event and something that you possibly wouldn't have had an opportunity to do before. So you might, again, feel that you're more comfortable doing that with a group of friends as opposed to doing it by yourself. That's absolutely fine, and we welcome your opportunity to do that. If you would prefer, you can also send in a short video, a 1-minute video, just telling us about your proposal. And it will be a good idea to maybe also share with us what equipment you need in order to make the event happen, but also if you don't have access to even the equipment you need to send in your application, have a word with us about that, send us an email, and we will try our best to support you in making that happen. Now, what happens if you don't win? Now, we're committed to supporting all of our shortlisted groups and participants. So even if you don't win, there is a possibility that we may merge your ideas with a group of other people that also apply as well. So definitely think of applying, and don't let the idea that your idea is not good enough stop you from doing that. How is a winner selected? Proposals will be shortlisted, and all shortlisted entries will be announced, and a final winner will be selected by a panel of 6 independent judges with expertise in the areas of production. Ursi, over to you.
Okay, so this is the entry form. So this is part of the pack. So you'll get all of that information that we've just run through. And just this is the kind of stuff that you need to do. Fill in the application form, should be really straightforward. And then you've got a, so you need to put the main applicant. So if you're representing a group, what's the name of your group? And also make sure you put proper contact details down there. And yeah. Let us know if there's any issues. This gives you the opportunity to say that here. If you don't have access to recording equipment to make a video, then we may be able to make exceptions, but we really like to encourage people to make a video. And the point of the video is to imagine that it's a bit of an elevator pitch, as they say, which is basically you're in an elevator, you've got 1 minute to tell people why your idea is so amazing and persuade them by the time the elevators reach the bottom that they're going to put some money into funding your event and make it happen. So we really encourage people to make those videos and send those to us. You can send those via WeTransfer. I don't know if you don't know what that is, then do explore online. If you have any issues about that, we can send you a link to WeTransfer. It's very straightforward. You can upload a video, it makes it easier. Or there may be other ways to send them via social media. So but please do have a go at doing that. You need to do a one side of A4 proposal. So that's basically just one side. It's about 500 words is what we're looking for, up to 500 words. And complete that sign up form. So those are the 3 things you need to do. And we just want to reiterate really how important it is that we are encouraging as diverse a range of people to apply. So that includes and is not limited by those who are from ethnic minority backgrounds, and those who may consider themselves to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, intersex or asexual. If you are deaf or blind, visually impaired or disabled and need assistance to take part in the competition, please do get in touch with us.
Thank you, Essie. So this is about the ambassador, the Future Producers Ambassador. Now, every time that we run Future Producers competition, we will have an ambassador, a young person from in the community who we feel stands as testimony to the skills, ability and talent that we want to bring forward from participants who come to apply for the competition. This year, we have the wonderful Hannah Olorewaju, who is our Future Fossils ambassador. And I'm going to hand over to you, Hannah, to introduce yourself and say a little bit more about the wonderful work that you do.
Hello, everyone. Such a nice welcome. Thank you so much for that, Miriam. If I could share my slides, would that be okay? And then we can get...
Yeah, stop sharing. There you go. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hope everyone will be able to see this. Let me just move this out of the way. All right. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
All right, fabulous. So yes, I'm Hannah Olorewaju. I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I'm a creative. That's just how I decided to start labeling myself, because when you're actually a creative, you do so many things, and I can continue to reel on and on and on. So I've just put it in those 3 terms, labels, and there's my blog website at the bottom if you want to come check me out afterwards. But yes, I'm Hannah. Nice to meet all of you. And I am the founder, creative director, marketer, everything to do with TMR. TMR used to be known as the Music Room, and basically we supply music, we supply culture, we do this all for the community. It's definitely a community project that has grown and grown and grown. And I just got a little clip just to show you guys, because sometimes it's better to see things rather than hear just me talking. So I'm just going to play this for you now.
Hopefully you enjoy it, yeah? Yeah. Just a young boy from the country trying to make it out. So let's go down, wind down. You're a sister. What song should I sing? Rap for us. Okay, girl. No, I didn't. You don't want to hear me sing. No, she didn't sing. I mean, I can, but I can't do it. So I just want to say thank you. Like, honestly, the music group is everybody here. So I'm so grateful for everyone coming through. This is our 3rd month in this building, but we have been going on since 2018.
Okay, so obviously that's me when I was younger. Please don't think I'm a catfish. You know, that is still me. But yeah, let's just move forward. So what is TMR? So TMR is a grassroots live music platform for local musicians. It's based in Milton Keynes, and we've been operating since 2018, as I said in the video. It's an environment for cultural and social interactions. That's what I learned through undertaking the project, was that I kind of created a hub for social interaction, for socializing really, and people just came and just had a good time, and there was always jokes and there was always laughter, and I loved it so much. Missed it. Corona took it away from us, but we're back soon. And it is a community focused project which will increase access to performing spaces for diverse musicians. That was the initial aim of TMR. I felt like, you know, we needed some more diverse live music in Milton Keynes. So I kind of decided to take upon myself to do that. So this is just some images shown of our events from last year. I kind of have this testimony of saying it went from 7 to 70, which is at first there was only 7 people at my event. And then on our last show, we were reaching nearly 100. But, you know, it was just growing and growing every single month. I'm so grateful for it. So yeah, so the timeline actually started in 2017. That's just when I had the idea for it. And sometimes when you have a burst of an idea, it's hard to kind of piece together how you want the vision to go, what you want to do. So so it actually started, materialized in 2018, and we had our first show in Musula. Musula used to be at the Hub, for those who know where the Hub is in Milton Keynes. And then that was the first show that I did, and then I started doing more ad hoc ones in houses, just doing little intimate ones, working closer with musicians. And at that same time, my career personally, because I work in the music industry, just started to explode from this time. And then in 2019, I established a partnership with NK Gallery. For anyone who's ever been to that, that's when we started putting on our monthly live shows and when we started to introduce an open mic format to the show. And then 2020, unfortunately, we had to have a little break, but 2021, we're back, and I'm here to talk to you about basically how to do what I did. So why? Again, I said I felt there was something missing in Milton Keynes, and I was tired of looking to other cities for entertainment, because I felt that there was so much potential here, because I'm a creative. I have loads of friends who are creatives, musicians, artists, spoken word, poets, everything, you know, was here. And I felt like we need to tap into that and really just showcase all the talent that's here. And I became very passionate about doing this. So how did I do this? I took action. I took responsibility, I took accountability. I literally took it upon myself to say, I want to be the person who brings diverse live music to Milton Keynes. Obviously not taking that as a sole responsibility. I know that other people also want to do it, but if I can do it, why not? So I started like paving the way to make that happen, which involved with me talking with my friends, talking with elders in the industry from my job and my career, and also just talking to the public about what they wanted and what they felt they needed and was missing in Milton Keynes. And now I have growth. I'm definitely growing in every area. The brand is also growing. TMR's on Instagram, in case any of you want to check it out, it's at TMRgram. I'm definitely collaborating with great organizations and great people like the people on this panel. And I'm just, you know, in Milton Keynes deciding that TMR is going to be one of the staple places for emerging musicians and local musicians in Milton Keynes. And now because of that, there's so many opportunities that come. I'm literally living in abundance, and I have a strong feeling of accomplishment by undertaking TMR and taking that upon myself to do it. So with this opportunity with Future Fossil, if I had this when I was younger, when I started this brand, I would have been so happy, because it's literally like a step up from working on the ground, because doing groundwork is very, very tough. But when you've got some help, when you've got an opportunity, definitely take it. I would have taken it. So in order to help you get to your idea, think about what you are passionate about. I'm about music. I love live music, so that was a no-brainer for me. But for you, it could be fashion. It could be music as well, but a different element of music. It could be beauty. It can be art. It can be so many different things. Allow your imagination and your creativity to really wander. No idea is a silly idea. Apart from what else you're passionate about, you can also be thinking about what career you want to go into next. Maybe you want to go into fashion design, maybe put on a catwalk already, so you're showcasing your talents and your future career. You know, again, no idea is a silly idea. Think about what changes you want to make to your environment and local community. So for me, having diverse live music, having an inclusive and diverse and accessible space was paramount for everyone, so everyone in the community can feel included and feel welcomed. So that was definitely a change I wanted to make to my local community. And think about arts and culture and fun and all of that kind of stuff. You know, at the core of arts and culture and music is all about having a good time, all about being entertained and providing entertainment. So definitely think about that as well. Have a good time. But overall, I think about having access to a space where you can throw any arts related event your creativity can produce. Just that alone, I think, should push you to like write an application and fulfill your wildest desires and dreams. So yeah, that's me. Again, if you want to contact me or to see me or anything, I'm on Instagram. The brand's on Instagram. My name is Hannah Olariwaju. You can look at me on my blog and on Instagram. I'm on Pinterest as well, but yeah. And thank you again for the opportunity to speak today, and over to Kyle. Oh.
Perfect, thank you, Hannah. It was really interesting to hear how you talk with passion about a particular project that you've kind of established and are running, so thank you.
No worries.
So I wanted to talk to you today about students, level 3, year 2 art and design students at Milton Keynes College, and the fact that they're already kind of emulating the practices or the kind of behaviours that you would like to kind of develop further within the Future Fossil project. And what I'm going to introduce you to is their digital exhibition and a physical catalogue that goes alongside that exhibition. So a bit of context is that within level 3, year 2, second years, there's normally an exhibition where students get the opportunity to present their artwork to a wider audience in Milton Keynes. But as we all know, this year and last year has been very, very different, and students had to adapt, they had to change. So what they have developed, working collaboratively with tutors and technicians of support, is a digital exhibition and a physical catalogue. The exhibition is called Under the Microscope. So students have been working on a project called Under the Microscope, and this is it's an opportunity for them to explore wider themes. We call it a Mars project. So they get to explore things like maths, arts, religion, and science to develop a broader understanding of the themes or ideas that feed into an art and design practice. So today we have Jamie Denvers and Zaher Karawala, level 3 art and design second years at Milton Keynes College, to talk about firstly the catalogue that they have developed and also the digital exhibition. Jamie first.
So yeah, I'm Jamie, and I was one of many people who helped work on a catalogue, getting ready for the exhibition with our Under the Microscope project. In correlation with having a gallery, which in this case is virtual, we always like to have some form of publication, which involves everyone's work, example of what we've done, and a deeper look kind of guide into what we've created throughout the project. And myself, along with a group of 10 people, we decided to come up with this, this book-style catalogue that just showcases everyone's work in a nice, clean way. And the main project was coming up with how it looked, which helped us kind of understand, like, working on this catalogue as well as working on the exhibition and our own projects as well. They helped us learn how to work within an industry standard, not just with fine art, but how to work with graphic designers, how to think about a layout, how to curate. It was a massive project, and it couldn't have been possible without the help of everyone, and also partnering with all the other teams that helped come together for the project, like the exhibition team who helped curate it itself, and the promotion team, which I also got involved in, which was promoting the GoFundMe to fund the catalogue, and the fundraising team who prepared the fundraiser itself. It was a massive joint effort, and it couldn't have been possible without everyone coming together. But in the end, we've come up with a really strong catalogue, and I'm just really excited for people to maybe come along, look at the exhibition, and maybe purchase a catalogue to look through it and remember it in a few years' time, because that's what art's for, is to remember it and think back on it fondly, at least in my opinion. And I'm not really sure what else to say. I'm going to move on to Zaher, who helped with the exhibition. Thanks for listening.
Hi, I'm Zaher. I was on the exhibition team for the Under the Microscope project. So over the last month or so, we've been putting together and collecting all of the images of all of the final outcomes that our whole class has created. So we started just sending loads of messages over Teams, trying to get an idea of how many pieces we're going to need, how much space in the online exhibition website we'll need, sorting out all of the logistics of like what we're going to be able to do. Sorry. Sorry.
You talked about using colour, didn't you?
Oh yeah, so we had to think about how we're going to lay out the exhibition, if we want to do it by colour, by specialism, so fine art, photography, things like that. And we've just been sorting that over messages. And then finally over the last week, we managed to get together and we sat down with Liam and we put everything up on the projector, sorted out we went through all of the pieces that we collected from our class and put them all up on the exhibition. And we decided to sort them out. We put them all, sorry, I keep getting confused on my words. We put them all up on the online exhibition, and then we decided instead of going rigidly with alphabetical order or by colour, we just did what we thought looked best, and we just worked together as a team and made the exhibition that we're very excited to share with you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's really great. Yes, thank you. So we have we've got a short presentation which includes the link, and we'll also be able to include that in the follow-up materials when that's released. Oh, I'm in the wrong video shot. There I am. Okay. Ursula, I'm going to hand back to you.
Thanks, Michelle, and thanks everybody. Really, I want to thank just go around quickly. Thank Moriam for doing the technical stuff on the Zoom and presenting with me. We really hope that you all apply and encourage everybody you're working with to apply and just to have a go at it. And this is obviously the first competition, which we hope will be essentially a pilot for the future. So yeah, give it a go. Thank you to Michelle and all of to Kate and Kyle and the students at Milton Keynes College for presenting. Really wonderful to hear what you're doing. Thanks to Hannah and Elizabeth and Michelle. Are we going to show your presentation, Michelle? Sorry, I didn't want to end without showing your presentation, if that's what you were going to do.
Yeah, it's on it's on the other login screen. So if you can switch.
Okay, Michelle, that's absolutely fine. Take your time in doing that. We do have 2 questions in the Q&A. So Ursi, if you want to maybe lead on those whilst we're waiting for Michelle, that'd be great.
Okay. Okay. Could you just share, Moriam, I can't read the questions. Could you just, sorry.
Okay, sorry. I can read the questions, so then I'll read them then. One was directed directly to Hannah, and it was Hannah, they were asking how can they find you at the music room? So where can you be accessed now, or, you know, as when lockdown eases?
Yeah, definitely when lockdown eases, we are going to be throwing events and shows and everything again. So I've put in the chat as well, but it's at Tia Margram on Instagram. We don't have any other at the moment, but I am always accessible via my website, www.hannaholaruwaju.com, and you can always access me and I can always give you information. But definitely check on Instagram at Tia Margram.
Fantastic, thank you, Hannah. And the next question, Ursi, I'm going to ask you to answer this one, please. It's in relation to the event, and it says, how long does the event have to be?
That's a very good question. I would say that at the moment we don't know how long it should be, and that will be part of kind of the work that you do after you've submitted it. But I would say that you're looking at something that maybe is a half a day or a whole day. and it could be yeah, something that could take place in the morning or the afternoon or early evening or evening. But yeah, so something that's not too ambitious. You've got £3,000 to make it happen. It's not a huge budget, but it is a substantial budget to make something happen. So it's got to be realistic, I guess. What you're suggesting, you know, for the money that there is available to produce it. Yeah, so does that answer? Hopefully that answers your question. So I would say roughly, if it was me, I would say something between half a day and to a whole day.
Thank you, Ursi. Michelle, if you're ready, we'll just hand over to you.
Yes, I believe so. Mute them.
Shall I keep talking in the meantime? And yeah, just if anybody else has got...
So we've got 2 laptops running for the presentation to feature all of us. So it's just a short visual that I put together, and we will be able to share the link for the exhibition so that you can join that and see all of the students' work. So as Kyle explained, every year our students plan and produce an exhibition and learn more about audience engagement, and this year we have had to innovate and plan to do this differently. So alongside their creative exploration of the theme under the microscope, those students also took on professional roles, as they both outlined, to realise final outcomes of a virtual exhibition and an accompanying catalogue, including fundraising for the print cost to produce that catalogue. And it was just some visuals really of some of their creative process here along the way. Some really lovely explorations, and a lot of these explorative pages don't make it through to the final exhibition, but some of their sketchbooks are stunning and really showcase some of their thought processes and ideas. And this is a sneak peek of the catalogue in creation.
We do have an Instagram as well, if you'd like to follow us at Level 3 Art at MK College, and then you can see the fantastic work that students are making in real time as well.
And finally, our exhibition. We would like to invite you to come and view our exhibition. It's at our arts website, mkcollegeartsonline.com/exhibition page, and that embeds our fantastic virtual gallery resource. And that is it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michelle.
And there's a final question, which is how much detail should we go into with the proposal? And I think what you want to do is imagine that you're selling the proposal to somebody. So you want to give people a real flavour of what it is that they might get when they come to your event, but not necessarily go into the really fine granular detail of exactly what you would do. You might want to suggest the sort of people that you would invite to come, the sort of people that you might, sort of artists or musicians or whoever you might want to work with, but to give people a flavour of what it is and really to sort of paint a picture of what the event might be like. I hope that answers that last question. I think we're probably coming to the end now. I think as long as nobody else has got anything to say, I think we'll finish it there. But just to say thanks to everybody. Look forward to receiving all your applications. Do get in touch. We're looking forward to seeing the event in reality in the autumn at Future Fossil, and do stay in touch with the artwork. And you can follow Future Fossil on Instagram. Please do that, and on Twitter or Facebook. And we're on all of those platforms and on YouTube. This talk will this presentation will be recorded and uploaded to YouTube. So if you do want to point other people who weren't able to attend today to that, you can, and they will be able to catch up with it that way. That's it from me. Thank you very, very much. Thank you to everybody. Bye. Bye. Thanks for coming, everyone.